Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to show you 3 features that I really like on the latest software that's just been released for the Nintendo Switch, which is version 3. This is as of June 2017. So to see if you've got the latest software, go down to System Settings, and then go all the way down to System, and then go to System Update. And it will then update your system. As you see here, it's already up to date, and this is system version 3. Now, the first thing I like about this new version is it allows you to find lost controllers. So let's say right now I've got my Nintendo Switch docked down there and I've only got one Joy-Con. The other Joy-Con's gone missing and the Pro Controller's gone missing. So this is really easy to do. You can do it in TV mode, but it's easier if you're walking around the house to put it into handheld mode. So let's bring the camera down here. So we go down to controllers and tap that, and now we have an option that says search for controllers, so just tap that, and now you can see we've got our controllers that have previously been paired to the system, and at the moment we only have one highlighted, which is this one here, and if I press it you can hear it vibrating. But obviously that's not the controller that's missing. We're missing the Pro Controller and also the other Joy-Con as well. So in this example today, obviously they're not actually lost. I've just hidden them around the room. But this is really useful. If it's fallen down the back of the sofa, or if somebody's tidied it away and put it in a cupboard somewhere, then it's much easier to hear it than go around looking for it. So first of all, let's go see if we can find the Pro Controller. Now this is only going to work obviously if the Joy-Con and the controller has charge in it. If they're flat, it's not going to work, and also it's only going to work if they're within range. So you might have to walk around the house doing this until you find them, because obviously if I was to go a long way away from the controller now, it's not going to pick it up. So I'm just going to tap the Pro Controller. Let's see if we can find that first. Now I can hear it vibrating, so I'm just going to keep tapping it. Now obviously I know where it is, but and there you go, there it is. But as you can see, you can hear it a lot easier than having to go around and find it. Now let's see if we can get the Joy-Con. Okay, so it says controllers can't be found. Let's try that again. Oh, there you go. So it found it that time. So it didn't find it first time, so it must have just been just out of range. So if that happens, just move around and hopefully when you get closer to it, it will work. And there you go, there it is, falling down the side of the sofa. So that really is a great feature. So when you've lost these things, especially the Joy-Cons, that is easy to lose. That's easy to get knocked under the sofa or behind the sofa or elsewhere. So that is a good feature that they've just brought out. Now another feature is relevant when you're playing it in tabletop mode. So let's put this one here. Right, another good feature is the fact that now we can adjust the volume via the controllers themselves. So before we had to lean over and actually press the volume on the Switch, but now all we got to do is press and hold the home button to bring up the quick menu, and then you see now we've got a volume level here. So just move down to the volume level, and now we can adjust the volume via the controller instead, and that's exactly the same. So right now it's up full, and if I go to put it up full here, it's already up full. So you can see it's moving. It's just an alternative way of changing the volume, and that will work on the Joy-Cons as well when you have them connected to the Joy Grip. Okay, now lastly, this is a feature that I particularly like. You can now use your Pro Controller as a wired controller. Now I'm going to like this because it means I can distribute the signal off the Switch around the house, and before I had to rely on the controller Bluetooth connection to be able to connect back to the original Switch. Now I will be able to push the USB signal through my Ethernet cable in, so I'll be able to use it in a wired connection much further than I would in a Bluetooth connection. So the idea is that when you dock it, you can plug it in here, and beforehand that was only allowing it to charge. But now we have another option, so let me just show you it up on screen here. If we go to settings, press A, and if we go down to controllers and sensors there, and if we go now to the right hand side, you can see it says Pro Controller Wired Communication. If this option is enabled, the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller will communicate with the console via a wired communication when connected to it using USB charger cable. The NFC, so you can't use a near-field communication touchpoint on the Pro Controller, will be disabled while the controller is using a wired communication. So I'm going to enable that. Now, you might be wondering, why would you want to do this? Well, for a long time now, the Xbox One has enabled a USB connection on it to override the wireless connection on it. And when it comes to professional gamers, a lot of people prefer the wired controller because they say there's slightly less input lag. Now, I'm not going to notice it because I'm not a professional gamer. And a lot of the games on the Switch at the moment, you're probably not going to notice it. But perhaps in the future, you will notice it. So, let me show you that working. So all you've got to do is press A, and then it will say OK. The controller cannot use NFC, so it's just reminding you of that, because a lot of people will probably report that as a fault. Press A again, and now we are using a wired connection rather than a wireless connection. And just to show that working, so right now you can see it's moving up and down. When I unplug this, it's going to take a few seconds to sync again back onto the wireless. So I'm going to unplug it now, and can you see it's not working, not working. And now it is working, so now it's gone back to wireless again. Plug it in, and now that should be on the wired connection again. So let's just to make sure, let's unplug it, and can you see it's not working again? Plug it in, there, and it's working. So it takes a couple of seconds to go over to it. So now it's on wired, it's going to find wireless, so it's on wireless now. Plug it in. And now we should be on wired. Not working, plug it in, working. So that's in TV mode because we've got it plugged into our dock at the moment. But let's say now if we want it in tabletop mode. Now Nintendo don't advertise this, but there is a way of doing it. So let's take the Switch out, put it in here. All you need is a USB-C, this is a Type-C connection, OTG cable, on-the-go cable. So I'm going to plug that into the bottom there. And now I'm going to get my charging cable for the Pro Controller again and just plug it into the bottom here. And again, we will now be able to have a wired connection. You can hear it moving there even if you can't see it. And now when I unplug this, nothing, because it's going to take a few seconds. There you go. So it takes a few seconds to go over to wireless. So you know now that it is definitely working on a wired controller, because when you unplug it, it stops working. See? And just to show you, it will work both way round. With the USB-C, it doesn't matter which orientation you put it in, it's going to work both ways. Yeah. There. So that one is for more professional gamers out there, where a slight millisecond of difference can make a difference. But for me, I'm really looking forward now to distributing the signal from here through HDMI all around the house, and then using USB extenders to be able to get it to work through the Pro Controller. So I'm going to be testing that out and see how that works. But that's 3 of the features that I really like on the new version 3 software that's just been released as of June 2017. There are other features included in it as well, but I think those ones are the best. Out of them, I think the fact that you can find your lost controllers is really good, and I love the fact now that you can do the wired controller. I think that's really good. Right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care, bye now.